Hey everyone, I decided to jump on during my son's nap slash quiet time and my daughter's nap really quick because I always have so many video ideas, so many things I want to talk about, but then I just think about filming and editing all those videos and it becomes overwhelming. And so then I never get to so many video ideas that I want to do. So let me know if you'd be open to me doing more of these kind of lives as I come across video ideas, but I don't necessarily have time to edit the videos. Um, Today's video, I wanted to talk about the art of a beautiful, messy home. Because even though I make videos on routines and cleaning and homemaking and all that kind of stuff, especially if you're a mom, but no matter what season you're in, your home is not always going to be 100% clean. It's impossible. Um, a house can be 100% clean, maybe sometimes, but a home cannot be. So if you are actually in a place where you're living and creating memories and creating a culture, it's not going to be 100% clean. Maybe you'll have one room in the house that is 100% clean, but then by the time you move on to the next room, something always needs to be cleaned. But creating beauty in the messes is what I wanted to talk about. I was listening to a podcast earlier this week by Farmhouse on Boone. Yeah. Um, I'm always worried that I say her name wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So she has a podcast. Her name's Lisa. She has a YouTube channel as well. She's great. Love her and recommend. And hers was all about buying things that you truly love and that you see beauty in to fill your home. So even if they get scattered around the home, there's beauty in the mess. And I thought that was such a good idea. Something that I've actually been trying to be more intentional about the past year is like only buying things because I love them, not because they're a good deal or they're on sale. Like when I need an item, actually saving up until I can buy like the replacement for that item or buy whatever I need that I'm going to enjoy and love in my home rather than the cheapest option. And you could do this depending on your budget, thrifting, or any of those kind of things. So it doesn't have to be super expensive, but just making the intentionality between each purchase of these things. So even if they're, like let's say you're baking in the kitchen or cooking in the kitchen, the more kids you have, sometimes it takes a little bit longer until everything gets cleaned up. You can't always cook and clean as you go because you're attending to kids while you cook. So you don't have as much time to clean as you go. I've learned. But yeah, so having, kitchen like tools and utensils and dishes that you truly love and think are beautiful. So when the mess is out on the counter, you're not as stressed because you can still appreciate all the items. And like I said, super budget friendly. You can do all of this by thrifting slowly and you don't have to buy everything at once. I have just been replacing item by item as needed and replacing them with things that I truly love versus what's like the cheapest thing or um, what is most convenient, like Amazon, and everything via Amazon, but like actually being intentional about waiting to find something that I truly love and would appreciate in my home when it's like messy and not put away. So when I like it out on my counters or sprawled out, or um, another good one would be maybe like blankets. So do you appreciate the blankets that you have? That if they're sprawled out and kids are making a fort, are you still going to think it's like pretty and beautiful and be able to appreciate it? Again, something you can find at thrift stores depending on your budget, or you can save up and wait to repurchase these things. But I thought it was just really good wisdom to be happier with your home in the messes. Um, as women, I think part of our job as homemaking is to make the home a relaxing, inviting, warm area. And so if we can make it more peaceful for ourselves, for our children, for our husband, when there are messes, then that is awesome. And like I said, there's gonna be messes. If you have a home, not a house, the difference, like you don't have a show house where no one's using it. You have a home. You're making memories, you're cooking, you're doing things, you're playing, you're creating a culture. And so your home is never going to be fully clean. It's just not. So if we can make those messes more inviting, more calming to ourselves, there is an art in that. And I think that's something that we should really not focus on so much, but it's not bad to want to grow in those areas and like make that happen, to make messes more peaceful, make them more enjoyable through just making it filled with things that we can admire and feel relaxed by. So you guys can listen to the whole podcast. I'll link it after I go off of this live. But I thought that was just really good wisdom to making, your home beautiful despite messes. Because, yeah, cooking, crafts, laundry, so many things, right, are going to create some temporary messes in your home. And not every spot of your home is going to be spotless, or your kids might drag different things from one area to another. I know Lisa in her podcast was mentioning that she has all these decorative boxes that hold like toys and stuff like that around the house. But she doesn't mind if her kids take those boxes and put them in another room. She enjoys the boxes that house those toys. And it's not like, I don't know, having something that she just hates looking at, scattered around her house. And again, she like thrifts everything or finds it at vintage markets. So I think a lot of her stuff is budget friendly. I just recently organized my son's toys, which I have a video coming out of me doing this, but again, editing is not my favorite. These little like cubbies for my son's toys, and so they're all categorized into different toys to make cleanup easier, but also for it to be visually appealing for me. So even if he takes out the basket of his toys, it's like nice to look at. So just small things like that, I feel like really do make such a big difference. I'm slowly doing it. Like we just had our kitchen scissors are getting dull. And so instead of buying plastic kitchen scissors, like KitchenAid or, just like the standard kitchen scissors, I'm going to find a pair that are really pretty and invest a little bit more in them, because you can always buy a sharpener and get something that will just last. But stuff that's like super, sorry, can you guys hear that? Trash and recycling comes today, so that's probably one of those big cars. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so something as small as that, when you just slowly are replacing those items with things that you love as they get ruined. And you will soon find that when you're cooking or having a whole bunch of things out and your counters are cluttered and your kitchen's not clean, or your bathroom counter is not clean, or whatever it is, if you slowly replace those things out with things that you love and appreciate, then you're going to be so much happier looking at that mess, because at least it's going to be a mess filled of things that you like love and that feel like they match your personality and reflect what you desire to see in your home. So again, you don't have to do necessarily investment pieces. You can always slowly thrift things and just be intentional. Don't like just take things because they're at the thrift store. Be slow. You don't have to find everything at once. So just go to the thrift store maybe every now and then, or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that, and slowly replace things as your budget allows and you can afford. My son is waking up. He still does need to do quiet time for a little bit, but I think it's probably not helping that he can hear me talk. So I think I'm going to hop off. I just wanted to share that tidbit of wisdom with you guys. I thought it was so good. And it's been something that I wasn't intentionally doing because of the messes, but I have been trying to be a lot more intentional with my purchases this past year. And like I said, not buying things because they're on sale or whatever. And so just the way that she worded it and put it together, I was like, yes, that makes so much sense. I think that's why I've been doing this, because I've realized that I don't like when the stuff is out. Like, it also makes cooking maybe not as fun because, I just don't necessarily like, not everything I had picked out or anything. So it doesn't all reflect my taste and style. So I thought it was a really good tidbit of wisdom of just curating our home more and creating the environment that we desire in our home. Let me know if you guys like the idea of me doing more lives, because they're super convenient. Then I don't have to edit, and I always am having ideas after listening to podcasts and those kind of things, of things I want to talk about, or reading the Bible, or and sometimes I just want to make a short little like 10-minute video like today, but I don't want to put all the effort into editing. So if you like the lives, then you'll definitely see more of me and hear more of what I'm learning. Let me know. I am going to head off and let my son fall back asleep, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.